Hello everybody, this is Mike Caribbean, another video that I prepared for all of you, those of you who are following me. Thank you for that. I also appreciate people who leave a comment and share the video and ask me questions on directly to my social media. And today, I prepared something. I was reading some news. One of the hobbies that I have a lot of times in the morning, I always keep myself up to date what's going on around me, especially when it comes to finances in general, in economy. And it was an interesting topic that I was reading, and I want to share it with you. And at the same time, try to answer some of the questions that I got last couple of days, because in my business I meet all kinds of people, guys. I meet average people, I meet above average people, I meet very rich people, I meet investors, I meet lawyers, I meet all kinds of people. And I love asking them around, hey, what do you think what's happening with the economy? What's your opinion? What do you see yourself next 6 months, next 1 year? What do you think it's coming? And believe it or not, most people are worried, and I believe we are in recession. Even though a lot of people saying that recession is coming, I personally think that we are in recession. And here's the article I was reading. It says 74% of consumers are concerned about the recession. And there are some steps that I was reading what to do and how to prepare during this time, which is very, very important. And the first step that I was reading the chart here. It says update your resume. In other words, most people are gonna start looking for a different type of job, because what they used to do and what recession is doing to the economy. A lot of people doing a lot of changes. A lot of people going back to their what they used to do. A lot of people, changing their careers. A lot of people, finding an extra career to supplement their income, because that's one of the effects of recession. So the question is, where are you at? What are you planning to do? Are you prepared? Are you prepared what's coming next 6 months, next 12 months, next 24 months? And what are you doing about it? If you need help when it comes to finances, advice wise, I'll be happy to answer you by talking to you or doing a one on one appointment. And I've been doing that for many years now. 19 years I've been consulting and helping people when it comes to their finances and providing the services that I offer. And this is a time that a lot of people contacting me because they are worried. Step number two, it says back up your emergency fund. Let me ask you this: prepared? Do you have an emergency fund? Do you have 3, 6 months, 12 months of saving in case things goes wrong again? Are you prepared? If you're not, you really need to make some adjustment the way you're making money and the way you're spending money. And I think if you're having hard time to make adjustments there and don't know what to do, where to start, how to prepare properly, hey, contact me, get hold of me. I'll be happy to sit down with you and share some of the things that I do personally, that it's been practiced for many years. And this is not just my personal experience. I learned from a lot of successful people. So that's another step that a lot of people need to prepare by going back and making sure they have emergency fund. Next step, this is number three: pay down your debt. When I look back last 3 years or so, a lot of people, not only made more money, but they borrowed a lot of money through different channels, whether it's loans, government, or whatever the case was, refinancing their house, or getting low interest rate, in some cases 0% APR for 12 months, 18 months. In other words, a lot of people are in debt because they're kept borrowing. Some of them invested, some of them just spent the money. But the bottom line is, this is the time to really Stop that and start worrying about paying down your debt. Why? Because you don't want to live a life where you have a lot of debt and very small equity in your portfolios, in your finances. This is the time to really cut things down and prepare, because what's coming, if that's going to affect the economy even worse, in my opinion. So you need to really be prepared. Uh, Next step is this is bad that economy is crashing, but the right it's really good for the right minded people, people who understand when economy goes down, there's an opportunity that comes along with it, and this is the time to invest. And me personally, that's what I'm preparing. Besides the steps we talked earlier, I'm preparing to invest, because I know when economy goes down, a lot of things are going to be on sale, and that's the time that you jump in and start investing your money, because that's a sale. That's the time where you invest your money. So all these things that it's happening, and I get a lot of calls every day, uh, and I see stress slash worry in people. But I think even though all this is happening, if you have a mentors, if you have someone that can really sit down with you and say, listen, based on your situation, here's what I would do, and here's how I would prepare, that would be a big help, so you don't do mistakes. Because what happens in reality when things go wrong, when finances are weak, most people become emotional and they make even worse decisions. And that's where people like me and come in the picture and try to help you not to do bigger mistakes or wrong steps, where it's going to take your finances even in a bad shape. So let's set up a time. You can come to my office, or I can visit you in person, and then we can sit down and go over about your finances and see what are the things you can prepare, what are the things that you need to worry about or start cutting or adjusting. So that's very, very important. So this little short video that I prepared for you is not to scare you, but to help you be prepared and understand what's coming. And instead of worrying too much, getting prepared and understanding what steps to take. And it's very important, to summarize my video, it's very important who you take advice from. You want to make sure, pay attention who gives you advice. You don't want to take advice from people who don't know what they're doing and they're giving you advice. It's very important. Personally, when I take advice from somebody, I always make sure they're better than me. If I'm taking advice from them about finances, I want to make sure they have more experience than me, they're making more money than me, they're doing way better than me financially, because that's the person I look up to learn from and to make adjustments in my life. Pay attention to that. So, any questions you guys have? This was my Caribbean. Follow me on social media, subscribe my YouTube channel, and when it comes to insurances and real estate, direct contact me. I'll be happy to assist you as well. Hope this short video was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.